In an effort to provide a comprehensive analysis of Prince Harry's reputation in the United States and shed light on why his conduct has generated such intense frustration, it is essential to explore various perspectives. Firstly, I would like to offer my apologies to anyone who interpreted my previous posts as conveying a sense of anger. The source of my concern lies not within the comments themselves, but rather in the potential for a fundamental blind spot that might be perceived differently by many Americans, if I may speak on behalf of some of us. The individual in question, Meghan Markle, can be described as being in a state of disarray. However, when it comes to Prince Harry, the fundamental issue lies in the perception that he is being granted an unprecedented level of leniency, which has caused considerable consternation. Have any fellow Americans noticed this? This leniency arises from the expectation that someone who has arrived in this country should automatically be treated with an unwarranted sense of superiority. For those of us residing in New York City who are familiar with the specific area where the couple was situated, in proximity to the lower end of Central Park, around the corner from the United Nations, and close to high-end stores on Fifth Avenue, it is worth noting that we have frequently witnessed highly significant figures in these surroundings. Examples include Queen Noor, Queen Rania, heads of state, diplomats, and numerous celebrities. Although their presence is not a regular occurrence, it is frequent enough to establish a certain level of familiarity. The idea that Prince Harry, an individual who is seemingly indulging in a lifestyle characterized by reckless behavior, substance abuse, and a lack of gainful employment while riding on the coattails of his family's reputation, has the audacity to assert his significance within the New York City landscape is nothing short of infuriating. This frustration is primarily rooted in the realization that the only reason he receives any form of respect in this country is out of deference to the late Queen and the royal family. We can draw parallels to the irritation expressed by the British public towards Meghan Markle for her failure to display the grace and respect she was shown. Prince Harry, on the other hand, takes this disregard to an even greater extreme in a context where there is no legitimate justification for such behaviour. While Meghan married into the British royal family and, by extension, inherited the perks of royalty that are typically expected, Prince Harry lacks any inherent grounds for expecting similar treatment in the United States. We do not have royalty here. He's a regular famous person. He's not important enough on his own to matter. He's getting treated with respect that has gone to his head. And I think this is why everyone has had enough and are starting to turn on him. The idea that you dragged the overworked NYPD into your stupid publicity stunt? The idea that you think you Harry are important in the United States? It's a joke. It's beyond offensive and ridiculous. I don't get why they are given such a free pass either. They are never pressed on their recollections and are given so much airtime just to complain to the American public. They tell blatant lies to interviewers who never ask follow-up questions. The Oprah interview was insane. Meghan was telling her weird story about working since she was 13 in a frozen yogurt shop. I am largely ambivalent about the royal family. What I've known about Prince Harry over the years has been mostly unfavorable. What I remember most is not him in the funeral procession but his brother William. Not only also walking behind his mother's casket but putting an arm around his younger brother. It's Meghan who is a familiar type to me. I am from LA. There are lots of people who call themselves an actress here as a way of saying they want to be famous at any cost. If Meghan were English, she isn't the type who would have been attending RADA. She would be applying to Love Island. I am so tired of them. I am tired of them writing letters to our government as though they are giving orders down on high. I am tired of them showing up to places of tragedy and vulnerability with a camera on themselves. I am tired of the British media reporting that they are liked in America and using whatever sycophantic mouthpiece to speak for all of the American public. I am tired of their fake love story. I am tired of streaming services wasting money on this instead of more interesting content. Please, make it stop. When will it stop? I am disheartened by the news media's practice of regurgitating public relations material as news without critical examination. While I am not a fan of CNN, I wonder if they bothered to verify the statement released by Team Meghan with the NYPD regarding a supposed car chase in NYC before reporting it unquestioningly. We have become accustomed to the news media either protecting or defaming political figures based on their party affiliations, but has it truly stooped this low? It is a depressing state of affairs. Although there was later backtracking, this story should never have been aired before it was thoroughly debunked. Someone should have been held accountable. In the past, heads would roll when false information made its way into the news. But now, we witness incidents like this, with Gayle King seemingly demanding that we believe every word uttered by the Sussexes. Gayle King's new contract requires attention, and the plan was to have an exclusive interview with the Sussexes after the supposed car chase. They probably didn't anticipate this fabricated incident being exposed so quickly. They likely thought many would tune in for Gayle's interview, thus boosting her ratings. Not only sinners, but ordinary Americans also recognize that people in the UK have endured a great deal of nonsense from Meghan. Many of us feel a deep sense of remorse for the way she has treated the royal family in your country. She truly is a disgrace. And to the original poster. Your post is impeccably articulated. Thank you for shedding light on the behavior of the NYPD. I wholeheartedly agree with every word you have expressed. I have been utterly disgusted by the way people make excuses for every despicable act committed by Prince Harry. They go to great lengths to justify his behavior, even to the point where British journalists write pieces suggesting that the King and Prince of Wales should reconcile with him, as if it is their duty to cater to his immature whims. It is no wonder he manages to get away with everything. Everyone coddles this nearly 40-year-old man-child. But he walked behind Mummy's coffin. Harry's remark about the First Amendment being bonkers does not bode well for Americans. The First Amendment holds immense importance and serves as a powerful tool in protecting all our other rights. It is not at all bonkers to us, it is sacred. His statement has angered many of us, and if he dislikes it, he can kindly depart. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution are regarded as the codification of the natural or God-given rights of humanity, inalienable rights. These rights were specifically formulated by James Madison as constraints on governmental power, a direct response to figures like King George III, with the intent of safeguarding us from despotic rule. While several amendments have been added for valid reasons, only one, the 18th Amendment, has been repealed by the 21st Amendment. Numerous other proposed amendments have not been ratified by the required number of states. The original 10 amendments, known as the Bill of Rights, remain intact and are widely considered sacred and inviolable. The Second Amendment, pertaining to the right to bear arms, remains a highly contentious issue. However, it is unlikely to be repealed or completely invalidated by the courts, in my opinion. Doing so with regard to the First or Second Amendments would be akin to provoking open rebellion from a significant portion of the population. While our system of government, like any other, is far from perfect, we firmly reserve the right to determine our own destiny and way of life.